Learning to look below the surface of things and think deeply is a skill that requires cultivation and development in every person. Sometimes our children are only asked questions for the purpose of comprehension. Did they understand the reading or not? Rather than guiding them down a path of building on an inquiring mind. Today we will look at 4 ways to guide deep thinking in your child's reading. Tip number 1. Ask your child deep thinking questions in their everyday life. As a parent, we can begin to show the daily habit of thinking in a deep way and looking at the world from all different perspectives. It could be things like, why do you think more and more people are saying goodbye to their cars and riding bikes to work? If it's raining outside, you could ask, what if it kept raining and raining and raining for a whole month? What do you think would happen? Or, hey, when we were out today, we heard so many different languages. If you could speak any other language, which one would you want to speak? This daily habit sets the tone for deep thinking in other areas, like reading and writing, and it all starts with our example, parents. Tip number 2, help your child consider the big idea of cause and effect. If your child is still young enough that you are the one reading to them, you have endless opportunities to ask deep thinking questions. Whoa! Humpty Dumpty just fell down off that wall and broke into a bunch of pieces. Do you think he should sit up on that wall again? Why not? It seems so simple, but the idea is to guide our child to see action and consider the result. If your child is older, try going to the library and finding the same book they're reading. This not only shows your interest in what they're learning, but gives you the ability to ask deep thinking questions. It could be things like, wow, the dad in this story is always really angry and has a super bad attitude. Do you think that his son will grow up to be just like him? This could lead to even deeper discussions, like, do you think we have the ability to create our own characteristics? Or are our personalities predetermined, influenced by the environment around us? This could lead to a family debate. You choose one side and your child the other. Tip number 3, help your child compare and contrast. Ask your child to compare their current book with their favorite book. How are they similar and how are they different? You can look at things like themes, characters, climax, and endings. Have your child compare themselves to the main character in the book. They could ask fun questions like, how do you wish you were more like her? Or turn it around and ask, what could the main character learn from you? Have them act as a book critic. Maybe their current book is a 3, while in their eyes their favorite book is a 5. And then ask them why. Why are you rating it this way? Tip number 4, translate this idea to movie, TV, and yes, games. In the end, we know that some children just don't like reading yet, or at a certain age, kids don't really like to open up about what they've read. Or maybe they're just not settled on this kind of habit yet. In that case, make sure you're connecting with them in other areas that they do enjoy, and guiding them towards the habit of deep thinking there. As parents, we should know what videos our children are watching or what games they're playing. In moderation, there's infinite benefit to sitting down and watching these shows or playing these games together with our children. We can still draw on things like cause and effect. Maybe a character in the movie did something reckless. You can ask your child to predict the outcome. You can ask them to compare and contrast their strategy or the goal in their new video game compared to their very favorite one. One more note. When their answer is only silence or, I don't know, don't push. Just offer them your own idea and give them a solid example of what deep thinking looks like. In the meantime, do things that you love with your child. Show them that deep thinking can be found anywhere. If we're consistent, the habit will naturally transcend to reading and writing. Parents, This is a difficult yet crucial skill to develop in our children. Take one step at a time and start to model what it looks like to see the world from all perspectives, what it means to truly think deeply.